Hi guys, I am Brooke and this is Pippa, and we travel full-time out of my 2011 Honda, and now, as you see in the back there, we also travel with our cargo trailer that we're currently building out. I'm actually taking a break from the build process to do this video because I am going to talk a little bit about the electric system that I'm going to do in the cargo trailer because I am partnering with Bluetti on my electric system. As you guys know, Bluetti has been a sponsor of this channel for well over a year now. I have tested and used a ton of their products, and most of the time for my sponsored videos and collaborations with Bluetti, I like to do something fun. Like the last video I did was a giveaway. The one before was showing different electric cooking options, and I like to just keep it playful and fun because I know sometimes sponsored content can get a little hard to watch when it feels very salesy, but I also feel like with the things that Bluetti is currently doing with their power systems, I would be doing all of my viewers a disservice by not going through and actually explaining some of the specs and why I choose to work with them and why I love their products so much. And so while this may not be the most visually interesting video that you may watch from my channel, especially lately, I know we're all waiting on an update for what's happening inside that red cargo trailer back there, I do want you as a consumer to be able to make an informed decision with some of these really cool things that Bluetti is doing. And I think they are going to be one of the industry leaders with some of these different innovations they are coming up with their power stations, because power stations are becoming so popular and are one of the necessary things anymore to have while you are traveling and living on the road, because this is the way that we can safely get power all of our appliances without running down the car battery while we are trying to just simply charge devices, run a hair straightener, or anything like that. And I want to go through and actually explain to you guys some of the features that are blowing my mind that Bluetti is coming out with. They are really watching what people are doing with these power stations, and they are making the necessary changes to make these better and better options as time goes on, because like you, I once was in your shoes just watching videos to see what I could invest in, especially when I did my first RV renovation. I did the old school method of solar panels on the roof and house batteries inside the camper, and then buying a separate inverter and all of that. And trust me, when I was doing my first build, that was super confusing for me to figure out. I didn't have any help when I was building out my first camper, and if I would have known that for the same price as purchasing lithium batteries and an inverter, I could have just purchased a power station that I could have plugged my camper into and gone off grid and had the same solar setup, I think I would have chosen something like a Bluetti back 3 years ago when I was building out that camper. And that's why now in the cargo trailer, this is the choice I'm making, to not have house batteries and hardwire anything into the camper, but to have everything run through the external battery, which is the AC60 that I'm going to be talking about today. The AC60, I'm pretty sure, comes out today that the video is live, so it is something that is completely brand new. I have been trying it out for the last month, and it is an all-weather portable power station, which means it is dust-proof and water resistant, which I think for being on the road and being a camping item and charging it with solar panels outside and things like that, this is something I have not seen any other power station do, where you can claim to be dust and water resistant and just weather resistant in general. The AC60 is 600 watts and it is a 403 watt hour battery. But let me tell you, the fact that this has some features that you may say that's kind of low for what you're talking about. No. Let me tell you. So there is something new that this power station does, and you can control it through the Bluetti app, which I also think is like mind blowing. I've talked about it a little bit before, but Bluetti has an app now where you can go through and monitor your battery while it's charging, turn AC ports or DC ports on and off so you don't have to actually go find it. So if it is stored underneath a cabinet somewhere, or it's in the back of the car and you're in the front and you need to turn one of your ports on, you can do it all through your phone, which is amazing enough. But this actually has something called lifting power, and you can turn on a feature with the AC60 that takes that 600 watt inverter and lifts it and doubles it to 1200 watts. So if for the short term you need to use a blender, a hair dryer or something that is over the wattage of the 600 watts, you can turn that power lift on your app, and you can actually still use those products for a short period of time while still only needing the 600 watt on a day-to-day basis, which I think is worth the investment on its own. But I'm going to tell you even more about it. So the most interesting thing about this model, and what is going to make it a industry leader, is the fact that you can now start adding on external batteries to power your AC60 longer. So Bluetti has also come out with a B80 battery, which you can add on to your AC60 to give it another 806 watt hours of capacity. So you take that 403, add on that 806, and now you can run almost any device for over 24 hours. So you can actually boost your AC60 with the two B80s to 2015 watt hours, and you can add those on at any time. So you don't initially have to invest in a 2000 watt hour power bank, but over time, if you find that you need extra power, you can add on over time, which I think is a brilliant idea from Bluetti. This is also why this is going to be my power system for the cargo trailer, because as I add on those B80s, I'm going to continue to partner with Bluetti. When I get my B80, I will make an update video of how it's working in combination together. And so with that B80, I will have plenty of watt hours to power anything I need, especially with that power lift. I can also power literally almost anything I want to bring with me in that cargo trailer and have it hooked up to solar on the roof and be completely powered. And that is why I have chosen to go this route, because I think this is such a brilliant idea. It makes things so much easier. I don't have to try to wire things. I don't have to get another inverter. I don't have to get a bunch of batteries that need maintained. I can do it all in one with my Bluetti and have everything be USB or UBC chargeable and not have to worry about running out of power, especially at night if I want to run lights, run my George Foreman, run a blender, charge my laptop. I can literally do whatever I want, keep my Starlink going all the time so I can upload videos faster with all of that extra watt hours. One of the issues that comes with getting a huge power bank is always the weight. I complained about weight when it came to some previous power banks, but this AC60 is less than 19 pounds. And so you're not having to accommodate this huge power bank that is hard to lift or carry around. This is super mobile and has all of the great options. Now, of course, I have talked about before that I love the new display setup because it makes things super, super, super easy. And the one thing on this display that I think outranks all other power stations is the fact that it gives you an hour counter for what product you're using. So if you plug in your phone, you know exactly how many more hours you can power that device. If you plug in Starlink, you can see exactly how long you can run that device before your battery goes dead. It literally just counts it down for you, just like in your gas tank when you're driving. You can see it right there on the screen. And so it takes all the guesswork out. And so you know if you have enough power to run something overnight or if you need to charge it up a little bit before you go to bed. I hope this gives you a little bit better sense of why I love some of these products so much. It's not just a name factor. It's not just what's ever been popular. I know we all know some of the big names in this industry, and I don't see them doing the same thing that Bluetti is doing. They are really listening to the feedback. They are really listening to the needs and how people are using their products and tweaking them accordingly, especially coming out with that weather resistance, especially putting a surge protector in there up to 1200 watts so you can run those high power items even if they're for a small amount of time, like a coffee maker. And it gives so much more opportunity to people who are on the road and traveling and use this for outdoor activities. And I think they are really seeing how this industry is changing. I really believe they are leading the industry in this. So obviously I'm going to leave all of the links down below. I believe the AC60 and the B80, which is the add-on battery, are out today. So I'll leave the link down below in my description box. Of course, there are other options. I have done reviews on other Bluetti products, so if you're looking for something a little bit different, you can go back and watch those on my channel. I have them all in a playlist that I'll also leave in the description box so you can see my thoughts on everything. But this product has been amazing. I've been using it now for the last month, like I said, and it is going to be my sole power system in the cargo trailer. So if you are doing a renovation of your own or you're looking something to add, please go ahead and do your research on this as well. I hope this gave you some more insight to why I love these products so much, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!